Hello viewers, and welcome to part 3 of this 2025 Dodge Ram 1500 custom subwoofer upgrade project, and our video today is gonna be the full install.
Stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they don't let me down. I always fought just to win the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns. We're on top, they deserve it now. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it.
Installation date is up. The truck just dropped in for the installation. So right now we're doing a quick assessment just to come up with a plan. We're gonna take out the seats here and then come up with a plan to attack the job, and we'll go from there, guys. So yeah, that's a pretty slick screen right there. All right, okay fellows, Romuald is done at the back here, so the rear seat is out. We have all of our screws in here. So this is a overall view of what is going on the back here. So over here we have a subwoofer, factory subwoofer. We have a couple of OEM modules on here in the center part. And then over here on the right side, well, on the driver's side here, we have this module that is going to be located on our new amp rack. So we did remove the bracket that was sitting here. It's sitting right here. So it's the bracket that was holding this module. So this bracket is no longer going to be part of the vehicle, so we're going to remove it. That's why we put back the screws that were holding the module on here. We put it back on the bracket, and this extra screw comes over here. So we're going to wrap it up and then return it once he's picking up the truck. We'll explain to him that he needs to keep this thing just in case he ever wants to reverse this installation. The bracket will have to go back in there and the module will have to come back on it as well. So we're returning this to the customer, and then the module is going to the amp rack. We got to this point where we're looking for a good spot for the bass knob. You can see that on this side there's pretty much nothing there that we can use to put our bass knob. Pretty much the same thing on this side. So now I was looking at this position here on the center, in the center console. This is the center console. So I was looking at this spot here. Over here we have a nice area where we can put our bass knob. We're going to try to remove this panel so we can attach our bass knob right there. So that's the plan right now. I think the first thing we're going to have to do is go ahead and remove the screen, and we'll go from there. Alrighty fellows, so we did take out the screen, and we got to the piece that we needed to remove to attach our bass knob. So it's out of this position here, right here. So that's where it's located. So we're gonna go ahead now install install our bass knob on it, and then we install it in the truck. Okay, so alrighty. So these are the wireless charger, and then these are just connectivities. And if you see it behind, it's just the two wireless chargers, and then the USB and HDMI, well, all the connectivities in the truck. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and install our bass knob here. Bass knob is now in place, so we're going to reinstall the screen here and move on with the installation. So the bass knob step is complete. That's good. Alright fellows, we are done with the base knob. So our base knob is in, ready to go. Okay, so I think we have nothing more to do at the front here. We have ran off our power, we have ran our base knob, everything is connected here. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what Romeo did in the hood here with the power wire. The power wire is going in this running board here. And in the hood here, this is what Romeo did. So you have the power coming in this loom here. So that's our power loom, power wire loom. So it's running on the side here. You can see how it's running in there, coming out here. And this is the little fuse holder that he built. So the power wire goes through it, through our 150 amp fuse, and it goes down here. So the power step is good. It's just waiting for the connection. All right. It's running a little late today. Romeo is already gone home. I think I'm going to stop here for today. And tomorrow is going to be another day. This is day 2 of this Dodge Ram project installation. Day 2 and delivery date in the same time, because today this customer is picking up his truck. So we're going to start over. Romeo already started here putting back a few panels. As you can see here now, he's installing back the running board. Remember guys, yesterday we put our base knob. So today the work is all going to be on this back wall here. So all we're going to be doing today is going to be around this area. So first thing we're going to go ahead and do here is put some of the Dynamat on this back wall here, just to make sure we're not going to have any noise due to vibration when the subwoofer is hitting hard. And after we install the Dynamat on this area, we're going to go ahead and pick our signal. We are probably going to pick our signal on this subwoofer there, but before we do that, we're going to go ahead and check the frequencies that are passing through, just to make sure that we're getting all the frequencies that we're after. So once that is checked, we're going to tap our signal input there and running behind this center part, and it's going to come somewhere around here and connect to our input here, to the Dodge connector coming to the amp rack. Our amp rack is now completely installed in the truck. Over here, that's the input. So we're gonna find out, we're gonna do the connections on the subwoofer there to bring it over here, make the termination on the female Dodge connector, so it can hook up to this. Over here we have this OEM module that needs to be connected back. I'm just gonna connect it right now. Okay, the only thing left would be the high level input, the power and ground, and that's pretty much it. So power and ground, high level input, that's what's left to do. All right folks, we are all set here to check our subwoofer signal. We connected this wire coming up here to the spectrum analyzer input. So I'm just gonna strip the end here and then insert it on this connector here. I do not want to start stripping the wire unless I know I'm gonna use it. So I'm just gonna insert it in there, and then we'll see the spectrum coming out of here. Romiel is at the front there, so he's gonna play our pink noise on the head unit, and we will see what frequencies are coming out of this wire coming to the subwoofer. So let's turn the spectrum analyzer on. All right. So as you guys can probably hear, the pink noise is now playing. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert this in that harness there. All right, and we'll see what the spectrum is telling us here. So this is our signal going to the R2-A here. We have our pink noise playing at the front, and if you look on our R2-A, so that's the signal we're getting. As you guys can see here, it plays all the frequencies from 20 going up to somewhere around 63. It starts dropping there, so you can see the curve. So I would say the crossover point here is somewhere around, yeah, somewhere around that point. I would say 63. Okay fellows, we are pretty much done here, almost pretty much ready to start testing the whole system. Romiel is just wrapping up over there with our signal input, and he tapped on the subwoofer wire, and you can this is the connection that is gonna go to the amplifier here. All what's left to do is first cover this power distribution block here. Okay, so that cover is on. Now we connect our high level input here. There we go. High level input on, and we did disconnect one of the input, the right side of the input on the LOC, so we can connect our scope meter to it and check the signal. So we want to check at up to what volume the signal is still clean here, so we can determine where to set and start our tuning on the amplifier here. So Romiel is going to go ahead and play the 50 Hz text tone at the front up there, and we will see what we get over here. So you want to play, please? Okay, so now Romiel is playing 50 Hz text tone, and he's going to go ahead and increase the volume, and we'll see where we have distortion here. So
that's 20.
Volume 20.
21.
Okay, this is volume 21. We're having distortion here. 20 is the max clean output from the head unit here. Okay, well, from the factory, the Harman Kardon amplifier. So that's the test tone we are playing right now. Is the 50 Hz at -5 decibel. And yeah, just wanted to show you guys what's going on. One more time, you want to play that test tone. So that's volume 21. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys on the screen. You want to touch the volume. That's 20. That's volume 20. Keep it at 20, please. Okay, volume 20. Our signal is clean. Up to 21. Volume 21. Distortion. Back to 20 again. Volume 20. Clean signal. Alright guys, so we know that we're gonna have to set our amp at 20 here, so we're gonna put the volume at 20 when we do the tuning here. Alright guys, so we already know that our input here is going to be at 20. So we connected back the high level input. Now we're going to go ahead and test the output here, which is actually the input on the amp. Our scope meter here is connected to the output of the LOC, and we're going to go ahead and play the same test tone at the same volume and show you guys what is going on here. So let me switch back here to the scope first. Okay, you want to play? So that's our output clean signal, and I'm going to switch here so we can check what voltage we get. 6.38 volt. So we have 6.38 volt at the output of this LOC and the clean signal here. So 6.38, and our signal is super clean. Alright, so we're gonna disconnect this whole thing and hook it back up to the amplifier. So the LOC gain is all set. Now let's go ahead and set up our amplifier now. So let's take this thing out. Our 4 screws are out. We're gonna remove these. Alright, so let's tip it on the side, and now we have access to our control knobs here. Okay, I just want to point out something real quick here. We were having an issue when trying to set up the amplifier. So the problem is, as soon as we were putting the test tone, the scope meter was showing us a distorted signal, while we know we already tested the input here and it's clean. So it was showing us a distorted signal before we even started increasing. Well, as soon as you start increasing the gain, it distorts here. If you take the gain back all the way to 0, the signal was clean. So we had to go back to the drawing board. Basically, we had to go back to the manual of this ALPINE amplifier to check what are the input level. And if you notice here, we are on low input. So we went back to the manual to check what is the voltage range that we are allowed to on that low level input. And if you look in here, you can see it says control input sensitivity, RCA input. High level, it's supposed to be anywhere between 0.4 volt up to 10 volt. So that's what the amplifier consider as a high. That's what the amplifier can take in as a high level input. Now for low level input, it can go anywhere from, it could be anywhere from 0.1 volt up to 4 volt. So anything higher than 4 volt cannot be considered as a low level input in this amplifier. And so that's basically the problem we were having, because remember guys, we measured here 6.3 volt. So that was the problem, because at that volume, with that voltage, the amplifier just started clipping, because the voltage input is just too much for the setting. So now we're gonna go ahead here and switch this to high level input, or we can keep it low and then go back to our LOC here, tune it down to 3.5, 3.8 volt, just to make sure we stay below the limit, because the limit here would be 4. The limit, as it says here, for the low input is 4 volt. So we're gonna have to go ahead and do one of the two options. So either tune the LOC back to 3.5 volt or 3.8 volt, or switch this to high level input, and we're gonna be good to go here. So that's what we're going to be doing now, guys. So we did have a short pause here because we were having this issue and we were kind of trying to figure out what's going on. So now we figured it out, and we're going to move on here now. Okay, all right guys, so here we are all set. I'm just going to give you guys a quick rundown here. So we just complete setting up our gain here. So Over here we have the connections to the scope meter, and this is actually the speaker output. So if you see here, that's our speaker output going to the amplifier. We're using two ALPINE subwoofers, and each of them is 600 watt RMS. So we want to make sure that we are letting 1200 watt RMS out of this amplifier to the subwoofer. All right, so now we are connected here. We're going to go ahead and push the test on, measure the voltage that we're getting, and then making sure that the signal is clean. If you do the math, 1200 watt RMS at 1 ohm, you're looking at 34.63 volt. All right, so our target here will be to reach 34.63 volt and having a clean output signal. All right, so let's put the test tone on. All right, we have our 50 hertz test tone going now. Like I said, we already tuned it up, so this is the signal that we're getting. You can see that that's a clean waveform. And let's go ahead and see what voltage that is actually putting out. 34.80 volt. The target here is 34.63, and we are getting 34.80. So we are good to go there, guys. And again, back to the waveform, you can see that the signal is clean here. Alrighty, guys, so our tuning session here is complete. We are getting the output power that we were targeting out of this amplifier, which is 1200 watt RMS, and we're getting a clean signal. So everything is good to go here. We're just going to put back this amplifier cover, drop the subwoofer box in here, and we should be good to go. The cover is back on our amplifier. All our setting knobs are hidden as it should. Now we're gonna go ahead and connect back our bass knob, guys. This is one thing that you never want to forget. Always disconnect your bass knob when you're doing the tuning, and then when you're done, guys, don't forget to plug it back in. All right, so let's plug back our bass knob here. It goes in like this. Already.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the fucking hours it takes to get some power. Don't be fucking sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder, and fuck all the doubters, they're just fucking downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to win the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns. We're on top, they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
Never send a bitch up die, that's how you get shot. I DM in vanish mode, I do that shit a lot. Took her panties off and this bitch thicker than the plot.
Our baby is leaving the shop in a bit here, guys. And we got to the fun part of the project. The cleaning, guys. So we have to organize back the tools and start the cleanup, guys. You see everything is just, well, not well organized as it is normally. So it's time to start this portion of the project. The truck is leaving our shop. All right. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up, guys. If you have any question regarding the content we shared with you guys today, leave us a comment down below and we will be happy to reply to your comment. Okay, I'll see you guys on the next one.